What is up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to discuss interest rates and what the market is predicting for this month, what I think is going to happen with crypto because of the interest rates that the market is predicting, and on an offshoot of that, what I think NFTs might potentially do for the end of this year and potentially bleeding into 2024 when the Bitcoin halving happens. Remember, guys, if you're interested in one of the best private Discord groups in the space, you should check out mine in the description below. We have the best whitelists. We have the best algo trading. You can pop into TradingView and follow those trades. We have access to one of the best crypto trading bots in the space. And we have some of the best, most experienced community members you can ask for. Once again, if you're interested in joining my Discord group, you can check out the link in the description below with a discount code. So let's go over a couple things that I think are interesting. Right now, in general, a lot of NFT collections are down. And I think it's kind of funny that you constantly get these comments from people saying, NFTs are dead, it's over, stop copium, all this hopium, it's over, bro, move on. It's like, bro, do you understand how many times people said that about crypto, and every single time they were wrong? And NFTs are an extension of crypto, and I really think it's akin to the .com bubble and the ICO bubble we saw in 2017, where essentially the majority of projects fail and some succeed and go on to do some really cool things for the space. The majority of projects are absolutely going to fail and fade off into obscurity, which is why on this channel, and the very first video I ever made on this channel was teaching you guys how to flip NFTs, not bag hold them to zero. And so my consensus is basically the same as it has been since I got into this space and crypto in 2016, where there's very few projects that I would believe in for the long term. There's going to be FOMO and FUD cycles. There's going to be bubbles and bubbles popping, and it's just secular. Right? So there's going to be moments in time, like we saw last NFT bull run, where there is a ton of positive catalysts, a ton of new interest, a ton of new blood, a lot of people buying, selling, and speculating. And right now that has dried up. Does that mean that is not going to happen again? I don't know. But my guess, my hunch is it's going to happen again. The question is, how does that manifest? Is it going to be FOMO and speculation around PFP projects again? Who knows? Probably not. Is it going to be around art? Who knows? Is it going to be around a different NFT set, a different catalyst, a different bubble, a different metaverse land, a different narrative? Probably. But the fact is that a lot of people are sheep. And when there's positive momentum and a narrative shift and a reason to speculate, they will. And they'll put their money where their mouth is, and they'll invest, and maybe they'll buy the top, or maybe they'll buy the bottom and make a bunch of money. But that's the entire crypto sphere, is it comes in waves, it comes in cycles, and you really need to be patient with yourself. Practice the plan that you put in place, which we've discussed on this channel 100 times. Dollar cost average into the coins that are most likely to make it, aka Bitcoin and Ethereum, and most likely just continue to flip the rest into your native government currency so you can better your life. That's the whole goal. So I think it's kind of sad and a little bit funny when people just come into, hey, my comments, or you just see it on Twitter all the time. Oh, the space is dead, crypto's dead, NFTs are dead. It's like, man, the amount of times that I have heard that from 2016 until now just makes me want to vomit. And it's like, if you had thought that in 2018 or 19 or 2020, if you had thought crypto was dead and wasn't going anywhere, and then literally 6 months to 12 months later, Bitcoin hit its all-time high, Ether hit its all-time high, NFTs went absolutely nuts. Like, obviously you can't predict the future, but you shouldn't be so closed-minded and so closed off to the idea that these cycles do continuously happen, and it's just being patient and playing them to the best of your ability with the plan that you set in place. Calling it dead, calling it whatever, isn't gonna help you financially. And what I think is kind of silly is you can think it's a scam. You can still play the market though. You cannot believe in Bitcoin or Ether and still understand that a good subset of people do, and there is positive momentum and catalysts like the spot ETF that BlackRock's trying to push through for Bitcoin and potentially make some money there. You cannot believe in those assets, but still play the game and make money. People who options trade stocks, they don't necessarily believe in those companies. They're speculating on price movement. That's all we're doing here. I'm not saying blockchain's gonna be the next biggest thing in the world ever. I'm saying I believe, my conviction is that Bitcoin, ETH, a handful of NFTs, a handful of altcoins are gonna make it, and I wanna be able to ride that train so I can better myself financially. All right, right, now that rant is over, we had some news surrounding Memeland. The floor is around 5.5 ETH right now. It's been going up and down. I believe they fixed that staking issue where you could list a staked NFT, but it couldn't be sold. So you could have manipulated the floor a little bit there. So imagine if the floor is 6 ETH and you list your NFT for 5 ETH, but it can't actually be sold, but it shows up on the marketplaces. You could see how people are like, oh crap, this guy's dumping, and then the floor kind of slowly decreases. So I'm glad that got fixed. I believe it got fixed. It looks like it got fixed. The main news when it comes to Memeland is essentially the airdrop is probably going to take place this month in July. So if you're looking to get access to the airdrop, buying a captain or whatever is the move now. They came out with different tiers for the fire sale as well, and the max price per NFT that you hold is going to be 0.69. And depending on the tier of your rarity or whether you have a captain or an MVP, there is a multiplier there. So I believe MVPs have 0.69 times 12 per MVP. A human captain times 1, so you just get 0.69 ETH fire sale cap. And then if you have a shark or you have a Kong or you have an alien or a kaiju, there's a multiplier there as well. And so thank God, man. I hope the airdrop does take place this month. It is going to be vested. Some of the coins will be automatically open and tradable, so there are coins in circulation for people to trade. Some of the coins will be attached to your captain and vested, so you won't be able to sell them. That should help floor price. It's going to be super interesting whether or not captain's floor price rockets from here or crashes from here after the Memeland airdrop. I'm just happy to get access to the coin. I'm going to be happy to see what Memecoin's trading at and how people are interested and the products they build around it. We also saw a handful of NFTs have a bit of a green bounce, like Mutant Ape Yacht Club and even the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Those guys and quite a few other collections are more in the green than they were in one of my later videos where we basically had hit rock bottom. There could very well be more pain coming in Q4 of this year, and that's a good segue to talk about what I think is going to happen in Q4, potentially the beginning of 2024 and throughout 2024. I think we're probably in for at least one more, potentially 2 more capitulation events in the crypto or NFT space. And all I mean by that is there's probably going to be decreases in floor, lower volume periods, potentially leading up to Q4. And sometimes you start to see volume increase at the end of the year because people have some more money to play with. It's Christmas, it's Q4, we're buying gifts, we're buying, we're doing whatever, we're spending money. And then in 2024, the Bitcoin halving happens, and that can sometimes lead to some crazy cycle bull run. And, that doesn't happen quickly. That doesn't happen the day of. A lot of times it takes months after the halving takes place for us to see upward movement for Bitcoin. One of the biggest things I think that's going to take place is the ETF for Bitcoin. Does that get approved? Does it not? That's going to be either super bullish or a little bit bearish, and people are going to get impatient, and I expect Bitcoin's price to drop. We're also seeing on the CME group website where the market predicts where interest rates are going to go. The market is 92% sure that we're going to get another 0.25% interest rate hike this month. And then it looks like for the next 3 to 5 months, there's going to be a pause. So they're going to keep it at 5.25% federal funds rate, terminal rate for 4 to 5 months to see what inflation does. And then they'll probably start to cut rates. It looks like 3rd month of 2024, leading into lower rates throughout 2024. So like I've been saying, that could coincide pretty well with lower interest rates after a few months after the Bitcoin halving happens. That could be a great start to potential next NFT and crypto cycle where we could see a lot of positive price movement happen. So my plan is hang on to the NFTs that I believe in, dollar cost average into Bitcoin and ETH, because I don't feel like I have enough exposure, especially with this ETF on the horizon with the Bitcoin halving happening in, a year or less. So dollar cost averaging, holding on to the things I believe in, practicing patience, following my plan, and that's really it. I think my predictions when it comes to this kind of slow churn dollar cost average, just cash in during those crazy FOMO hype cycles, has worked in the past, and I think it's going to potentially work in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to check out my Discord server in the description below. We have some of the best stuff in the space. You don't want to miss it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the very next one.